How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be ranking every Rocky film from worst to the best, so without further ado, let's just get into this. At number 8, I have Rocky 5. Now, I feel like this is a pretty obvious choice here. This movie could have been actually pretty good on paper, you know, with John G. Avildsen returning to direct and going back to Rocky's roots in some sort of aspects, but man, oh man, this movie's dumb. It's just really dumb, and it's hard to, you know, enjoy and respect this film. It's not, like, really awful or anything, but it is not a good Rocky film, and yeah, so that's why it's coming in at last place here. At number 7, I have Rocky 4. Now, this is a bit better than Rocky 5, I must admit, and a lot more watchable in my opinion. Like, Dolph Lundgren, he's pretty great in this film, as always. Like, I really enjoy him, even though this film's just very campy and slightly dumb like Rocky 5. It's still a tad more enjoyable than Rocky 5, so I do have to put it a bit higher, but overall, this isn't a great film or anything, but it's just more enjoyable, and I would rather watch this over Rocky 5 any day. At number 6, I have Rocky 2. Now, this isn't a bad film by any means. I would say it's a lot better than Rocky 4, but what it does to the Rocky franchise, it hurts it. At the end of the day, it hurts the Rocky franchise. It kind of makes it a bit more goofy, bit campier, kind of more clustered in its own little genre. At number 5, I have Rocky Balboa. Now, this definitely is not a bad film, but it's not amazing. Like, I do think the whole reason why Rocky, like, gets back into the ring and blah, blah, blah is a bit dumb, little silly, but it does kind of feel like the sequel, the original Rocky should have had, maybe, at least in my opinion, and it does kind of remind me of the original. At number 4, I have Rocky 3. Surprised? Maybe. I know some people that like this film, and I know I said earlier in this video that the lighter and more campier sides of the franchise and the Rocky sequels aren't always the best, but for some weird reason, it works in this film, and especially with Mr. T as the main antagonist, I guess, of the film, it kind of works in a weird way, and it's one of those films that's almost like a guilty pleasure of mine, and it's really not awful, but it's not great, like, if I'm being honest, but I still get some enjoyment out of it, so yeah, it's coming in at number 4. At number 3 is Creed 2. Now, I really enjoy this movie. I know some people don't enjoy it as much, but to me, it's a worthy sequel of the original Creed, but the original Creed, the first one, was just really great, like, really great. So, it's hard to kind of follow it up, but it's still a good movie, and there's some great fighting sequences and training sequences in Creed 2 that I just really love. Now, number 2, I have Creed. Now, this was such a big surprise when it first came out for so many people. I'm not the biggest Rocky fan or anything, but I do enjoy the franchise, and this kind of reinvented it in so many different ways, and it was just really great. I mean, it's pretty crazy to do something like that and take a franchise and reinvent it and make it almost as good as it used to be, and that's what this original Creed did, and it was just so fascinating, so good, and just a great movie overall. But of course, at number 1, I have Rocky. This is one of the best films ever made. It really is. It's probably in my, like, it's not top 10 for me personally, but it'd probably be like top 25-ish maybe, 30, I don't know, which I know sounds like that's a lot, but this movie's a classic, guys. At the end of the day, it is a classic. You don't even have to like boxing or sports or anything like that to enjoy this film. It's just so good. Like, nothing tops this. Like, even the original Creed doesn't come close to topping this movie. It's so good. It's so just awesome overall, and yeah, of course, it's got to be number 1. Well, there you guys go. Those are every Rocky film ranked from worst to best. Let me hear your ranking down in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Spook.